In 2005, I lost my mom to endometrial cancer. Also met Andrew Salisbury 10 days later for our first date. When Andrew and I first got together, there was a lot of grief happening for me. I lost my mom. My dad had just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and I lost him a few years later. Also had a miscarriage during that time. I decided, as a result of my parents' death, I thought, we don't do death very well in the Western world, right? I want to make a difference in this area. And so I became an end-of-life doula. And what an end-of-life doula is someone that really supports people in the end stages of life, and then sometimes a few years before, right? We help them create legacy projects. We educate them about what the process is going to look like. We support their families. Andrew and I had been married about a year, and we had a newborn. Marriage isn't easy, but I remember thinking, wow, let's get some support, And my background is psychology and sociology, so I had a little bit of knowledge of what I wanted and what I was looking for, and we found Imago. We actually went to an Imago workshop. It was called Getting the Love You Want, and amazing workshop, still happening out there today, and just fell in love with it. The more that we did, we got an Imago therapist who really helped us understand what we're searching for. We get into relationships because we want to heal things, right? So one of the things I learned very early on in Imago therapy is, if you guys are fighting, if there's friction, it's okay. Yeah. Like, that's growth trying to happen. Right. And the moment I heard that, I'm like, okay, nothing is broken here. This is just us trying to figure out not only who is he, but who am I and what do I want? The more I got into it, the more I thought, this is something that I want to bring into my own practice. My becoming an Imago facilitator and teaching the principles of Imago came about. I just did a deep dive and studied for a decade all of the principles and practices of Imago, and then would teach those. What's beautiful about Imago is it is a way of communicating that allows you to express yourself and also feel really heard. So we would teach the fundamentals of just having a conversation based on respect and really getting to what the person is really wanting to say. I worked with people. They would start a relationship, they would fall in love, and then they would want me to marry them. So I ended up, becoming a celebrant. I started officiating weddings, and then they would have babies, and then I would, we would do baby naming ceremonies. So that time was a very, very sweet time.